Bodie is an old ghost town surrounded by legends and folklore. One such legend is the Bodie curse, which claims that anyone who takes even a small item from the town will be cursed with bad luck. Misfortune and tragedy will follow the thief until the stolen item is returned. Park rangers report that many people have returned items to the park in an effort to rid themselves of the curse. The park supposedly keeps a logbook filled with pages of returned items. Some skeptics believe that the curse is merely a superstition perpetuated by the park rangers, while others fear the consequences of angering the ghosts of Bodie. Today, I will share with you 3 chilling tales from tourists who experienced the wrath of Bodie's curse firsthand. Listen closely, as their experiences may make you think twice before disturbing the haunting silence of Bodie. My name is Carissa from Nevada. On August 5th, my family and I had an excursion to Bodie, a place I had always yearned to explore. I had a fervent conversation with my husband, who has an appreciation for antiques and collectibles, urging him not to take anything from there. I was apprehensive about the possibility of the Bodie curse being genuine, and I wanted to avoid any potential negative consequences or allowing something of that nature into our home. Our visit to Bodie was a captivating experience, filled with wonder and enjoyment. We spent a memorable 4 hours exploring the historic site, indulging in a leisurely lunch, and relishing the overall atmosphere. However, when we returned home, I was taken aback to find that my husband had brought back a purple piece of glass, along with blue and green ones, as well as a few other glass items. I was genuinely puzzled and frustrated, wondering why he had done so despite our discussion. Though I was irked, I decided to let it slide as I'm not particularly superstitious. The following day, on August 6th, I began experiencing excruciating back pain. I promptly sought medical attention, and the doctor informed me that I had a slightly misaligned disc. He prescribed Valium to ensure I could get a good night's sleep for a planned adjustment the following day. It was the first time I had ever taken Valium, but to my surprise, I experienced restlessness and insomnia throughout the night. I awoke with a pounding headache, intense eye pain, and my back was even more agonizing. Desperate for relief, I asked my husband to stay home from work and take me to the hospital. There, I was administered a shot of Demerol to alleviate the pain, and a diagnosis revealed a severe sinus infection, unrelated to my previous back issues. After my emergency room visit, I proceeded to my doctor's appointment for the back adjustment. To my astonishment, I learned that approximately 1 in every 2,000 individuals experiences the opposite reaction to Valium, which I did. My doctor decided against manipulating my back due to the immense pain I was in. My eye pain was so severe that I resorted to wearing sunglasses indoors. The following days, August 6th through 9th, were marked by my confinement to bed due to sickness and soreness. It was a challenging period of time. On August 10th, we attended a Reno Aces baseball game in Reno, Nevada with our children. The scorching heat prompted us to leave the game early and head home for a swim. As we were preparing to go swimming, a potentially calamitous incident occurred. My 6-year-old son accidentally shot himself with my older son's EpiPen while playing with it. Thankfully, the EpiPen passed entirely through his finger, sparing it from any severe injury. The subsequent days were relatively uneventful, involving cleaning and preparations for my best friend's impending visit. We were also gearing up to create a baby shower cake for another friend. I took the opportunity to remind my husband about the glass from Bodie, expressing my belief that it had brought us misfortune. I had intended to return it on August 6th, but fell ill and later considered doing so on our way to the pool on the 10th. But circumstances prevented me from reaching the post office. Unfortunately, our streak of bad luck continued. On August 14th, my back was still a source of considerable pain, but I carried on with my chores, anticipating my friend's visit. Everything seemed relatively ordinary as we engaged in cleaning and yard work. However, an incident unfolded when my daughter stepped on a red ant. Though seemingly minor, it was yet another disruption to our day. Later that evening, my children were playing in the backyard, climbing a tree when my daughter came running in, screaming about hurting her arm. Upon inquiring, she revealed that she had fallen while climbing the tree. I immediately suspected a fracture, even though the medical professionals at the hospital initially thought it was a mere bruise. Subsequent x-rays confirmed my suspicion. She had indeed broken her humerus bone. She now wears a sling, which will be required for another 5 weeks. This series of unfortunate events left me deeply troubled. The following morning, I decided to take action. I used a paper towel to pick up the glass from Bodie, unwilling to touch it directly. I placed it in an envelope, located Bodie's address, and promptly returned it to its origin on August 15th. It was a challenging period, and my anxiety was heightened on August 16th. My friend had arrived, and we experienced a series of difficulties while working on the baby shower cake. We encountered one problem after another, and we were up until 3:30 a.m., which I considered the last remnants of our ill-fated streak. Since then, everything has returned to normal, and we haven't encountered any more misfortune. While it's possible that these events were purely coincidental, my husband believes so, and we will never know for sure. As a precaution, I strongly advise against taking any rocks, glass, or trinkets from Bodie. This recommendation is based on our personal experiences. Nonetheless, I highly recommend visiting Bodie for its historical significance and unique atmosphere. It's a remarkable place, not inherently frightening, and we do plan to return, though my husband may not be invited next time due to my newfound skepticism. We did collect a black and orange bird feather and some flowers from the area, which have posed no problems. Nevertheless, items connected to Bodie's history should be left undisturbed to avoid any unexpected consequences. It was a harrowing 2 weeks, and we certainly learned our lesson. Sometimes it's best to appreciate history from a distance and leave it be. I had always been fascinated by ghost towns, so when I found myself near Bodie, California, I couldn't resist the lure of its abandoned streets and eerie silence. The town's reputation for being haunted only added to the thrill. As I wandered through the remnants of what was once a bustling mining town, I felt a strange sense of being watched. But I shrugged it off, attributing it to my overactive imagination. Near the end of my visit, I noticed an old beer bottle lying in the dirt. It seemed like a harmless souvenir, a little piece of history to take home. Ignoring the warnings about the Bodie curse, I slipped it into my bag and headed back to my car. The next few days were a blur of bad luck and misfortune. On the drive home, I had a car accident that left my vehicle totaled. A few days later, my son took the bottle to school for show and tell. Shortly after, he had a bicycle accident and broke his arm. No matter how many doctors we visited, his recovery seemed unusually slow, and our streak of bad luck continued. Desperation set in when I confided in a friend about my troubles. They mentioned the legend of the Bodie curse and suggested that my misfortunes might be linked to the beer bottle I had taken. They advised me to return the item, explaining that the spirits of Bodie protect their town's relics fiercely. Realizing they might be right, I packed the bottle in an envelope with a note of apology and mailed it back to the park rangers. Almost immediately, the strange occurrences ceased. I'll never forget the lesson I learned in Bodie. Some things are better left undisturbed. My name is Gina, and I reside in the scorching deserts of Arizona. The story I am about to share is not my own, but that of my husband's unfortunate friend who became entangled with the malevolence that shrouds Bodie, California. It all began when my husband's friend, Alex, an adventurous soul, decided to explore the forsaken town of Bodie. He was drawn by its eerie tales, blissfully ignorant of the curse that lurked within its dilapidated walls. Alex returned from Bodie, seemingly unscathed, but something about him had changed. Nights became unbearable for him, haunted by unseen terrors that robbed him of sleep. Dark circles adorned his eyes, and his once lively demeanor dwindled into a somber existence. One day, Alex confessed to stealing a peculiar medicine box from an abandoned building in Bodie, oblivious to the curse that clung to it. In his ignorance, he believed it to be a mere trinket, unaware of the malevolent forces that accompanied it. As days turned into agonizing weeks, Alex's health deteriorated rapidly. Unexplained bruises marked his body, and his once robust complexion withered away. No doctor could fathom the cause of his ailment. The curse that Bodie harbored was insidious, inflicting torment beyond the realms of medical comprehension. I stumbled upon the grim reality when I was watching the Weather Channel, featuring a segment on Bodie. The foreboding history unraveled before my eyes, revealing the tales of those ensnared by the curse. My heart sank as I connected the dots, realizing that the stolen medicine box was the catalyst for Alex's torment. Tragically, Alex succumbed to a mysterious blood disorder. While we are unsure if his death was directly connected to Bodie's curse, it seems more than likely. Yet we cannot be 100% certain. Bodie's malevolence remains a chilling mystery, a solemn reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed in the ghostly echoes of forsaken towns. As the chilling tales of these three visitors show, the Bodie curse is more than just a legend. It's a stark reminder of the eerie power that still lingers in this abandoned town. Each story serves as a warning to those who dare to take a piece of Bodie with them, respect the past, or risk invoking the wrath of restless spirits. Whether it's a trick of the mind or something more sinister, the lesson remains the same. Some things are better left undisturbed. If you have your own horror stories or experiences you'd like to share and have featured on this channel, please contact us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest spine-chilling tales. Thank you and have a great day.